Hey there, future AI filmmaker. Are you dreaming of creating mind-blowing videos with AI, but feel like you're stuck in a tech maze with no exit? Drowning in a sea of AI tools, tangled in confusing tutorials, and spending hours learning with nothing to show for it? You're not alone. The truth is, most aspiring AI filmmakers give up before they even get started. Why? Because they get overwhelmed by the sheer complexity of it all. They spend hours trying to master every new tool, but never actually get around to making anything. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you could cut through the noise, skip the endless learning curve, and create a stunning AI video this weekend? Imagine having the power to turn your wildest creative visions into reality without needing years of technical expertise or a Hollywood-sized budget. Imagine amazing your friends, building an audience, and expressing yourself in ways you never thought possible. In this course, you'll discover a clear and proven system for creating amazing AI videos, even if you're starting from scratch. We'll skip the fluff, focus on the essentials, and guide you step by step from your initial idea to a finished film you can be proud of. Ready to unlock your inner AI filmmaker? Let's dive in. Welcome to the most underrated secret in AI video creation, pre-production. I know what you might be thinking.
I just want to get to the fun part, generate cool videos.
Trust me, I get it. But here's what separates hobbyists from creators who consistently produce impressive work: planning. As Abraham Lincoln famously said,
"Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe."
Consider pre-production your axe sharpening phase. In this module, we'll break down pre-production into several power-packed lessons, creating a short film concept. Turn any idea into a powerful one-line synopsis, a 3-act structure, and a clear visual aesthetics to start your creative flow. Script writing for AI. Refine the concept to a final production-ready script. Build a strong industry-standard shot list with all elements ready for further visualization. By investing just a little time in this phase, you'll cut your overall production time in half, dramatically improve your final video's coherence and quality, avoid costly mistakes and wasted AI generation credits, develop a repeatable system for future projects. In a world where AI can generate almost anything, the difference between meh and wow comes down to what you ask it to make. See you in the next video. Welcome to the first step in our pre-production journey, creating a short film concept specifically optimized for AI video creation. Now, we will not make a full-length film straight away. Rather, a 1-minute short film big enough to tell a meaningful story and small enough to be created by one person. Now, to start working on a short film, we first have to have an idea, something that sparks our imagination and makes us want to see it come alive. It can be a scene you have in your mind, a theme, a conflict you want to visualize, practically anything. Creating a strong concept is the foundation of any compelling AI video. Here are some helpful key components of a powerful concept. Synopsis. A single, clear sentence, 25 to 30 words maximum, that captures the core narrative. This forces you to distill your idea to its essence. Here are some examples. A lonely robot maintenance worker discovers an abandoned plant sprouting in a desolate cityscape, risking everything to protect this last sign of life. Or, a woman follows a glowing orb through a dreamlike forest, only to find she's the ghost haunting her own forgotten past. Now, here are some examples of synopsis for famous movies. The Shawshank Redemption. A banker convicted of uxoricide forms a friendship over a quarter century with a hardened convict, while maintaining his innocence and trying to remain hopeful through simple compassion. Titanic. A 17-year-old aristocrat falls in love with a kind but poor artist aboard the luxurious, ill-fated Titanic. Inception. A thief who steals corporate secrets through the use of dream-sharing technology is given the inverse task of planting an idea into the mind of a CEO, but his tragic past may doom the project and his team to disaster. You can see that even a full-length film can be narrowed down to a 1-sentence synopsis. Having a strong synopsis can become a North Star of your mini-project. So if you have an idea of a mini-film, try to write a 1-liner synopsis for it. If not, don't worry, AI will help us later down the line. 3-act structure. Even for a short 1-minute film, following this classic structure helps create a satisfying narrative arc. So what is a 3-act structure? Act 1, setup, 5 to 15 seconds. Establish your world, character, or situation. With our robot example, we see a solitary robot working methodically among towering, lifeless buildings. Act 2, confrontation, 30 to 40 seconds. Introduce the central problem, challenge, or discovery. Example. The robot discovers a small green plant growing through a crack in the concrete, then notices authorities approaching who destroy all irregularities. Act 3, resolution, 10-15 seconds. Provide the conclusion, transformation, or revelation. The robot creates a hidden sanctuary for the plant, revealing a small garden of rescued plants it has been secretly tending. Now look at your synopsis and identify what can be a simple 3-act structure in your story. Another powerful element of a good story is a twist element, a surprising turn that elevates your story beyond the predictable. From our robot example, we discover the robot is actually a human in protective gear, one of the last survivors in a post-apocalyptic world. Having a twist in a story is what makes some movies click and others don't. The more you surprise your viewers with unexpected turns of script, the more pleased everybody will be. Next important element of our concept creation journey is visual aesthetic. Define the specific visual style that will bring your concept to life. Is it a realistic cinematic look, or a 3D cartoon, or anime style, or any other style you can dream of? Go further with not only defining the medium, but key aesthetics. For our initial robot example, muted, desaturated colors contrasting with the vibrant green of the plant. Brutalist architecture, harsh lighting with occasional lens flares, shallow depth of field for intimate moments with the plant. Now try dreaming into your imagination and note down everything you see about visual aesthetics of your short film. And the last piece, emotional takeaway. What feeling or realization you want viewers to experience. In our example, it will be, hope persists even in the most desperate circumstances. Taking time to develop these 5 elements gives you a rock-solid foundation before writing a single line of dialogue or description. You don't need to write every element in the beginning, just come up with a short synopsis or a sudden twist, and let the rest of the elements slowly come to your imagination as you dream into your concept. As of the time of recording this course, current AI tools still struggle with several elements, including maintaining consistent character appearances when multiple characters interact within a scene, keeping environments and backgrounds consistent throughout a video, accurately rendering fight scenes, fast-paced action sequences, and large-scale battles, which often result in morphing effects and visual artifacts. Just keep that in mind when working on your concept, if you want it to look good. I've made a custom GPT for you to generate concepts in a breathe. So for example, I would like to generate 5 random shorts film concepts. And as you can see, it's generating me concept with titles, synopsis, 3-act structure, twist element, visual aesthetics, emotional takeaways, and a special AI production notes. Everything that we discussed in this lesson is already being generated. And let's see. It's a lonely man watches his neighbor through a window only to realize he's the one being watched from another reality. Wow. The twist reveals both characters are part of recursive virtual reality experiment. Interesting. Let's go for the next one. A young boxer trains hard, only to find out he's a ghost stuck reliving his final fight. Ooh. He's not preparing for a fight. He's stuck in a purgatorial loop. Oh my god. So as you can see, you can create your ideas, or you can say, I have a concept I would like to work on. A fake satirical advertisement for a starship true purse military. Let's go. Awesome. Perfect for AI video generation with its retro futuristic vibes, propaganda tone, and exaggerated visuals. To tailor the concept perfectly, a couple quick questions. Do you want to lean more dark comedy, campy and absurd, or slick and unnervingly patriotic? Yes, I want it to be unnervingly patriotic. 60 seconds. Yes. Did I just invent something satirically symbolic? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Join the glorious swarm. A hyper-patriotic recruitment ad glorifies humanity's war against the ideals and alien race representing free thought, until the final frame reveals humanity's threat. Nice. Okay. Let's make enemies. A bug-looking creatures. And the twist to be Marine soldiers dying constantly and immediately upon landing to alien planet. Got it. We'll shift the symbolic ideals to bug-like alien. As you can see, you can play around, you can change it, you can twist it. You can refine your concept until you feel okay with it, until you say, I like this concept. I like the twist, I like the synopsis, I like how the structure unfolds, I like this whole idea, and I would really love to work on it. And this is what this custom GPT was built for. After you have your concept ready, and most importantly, it inspires you to work on it. We can proceed to the next step, which is writing a full script for our short film. And this is the end of current lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Welcome back. In our previous lesson, you created a compelling concept for your AI short film. Now, it's time to transform that concept into a fully fleshed script that will guide your AI video creation process. Before we dive in, let's address something important. Script writing is a deep, complex profession that people spend entire careers mastering. This course isn't about becoming a professional screenwriter. It's about giving you just enough script writing knowledge to create an effective AI-generated short film in a weekend. You can search for amazing script writing tutorials on YouTube. In this course, we're focusing on a 1-minute short film for good reason. It's manageable. You'll create approximately 5 scenes and 15 to 20 shots, making it achievable in a weekend while still providing valuable practice with AI video tools. When writing for AI visualization, you need to embrace one screenwriting principle to its fullest extent. Show, don't tell. This becomes even more crucial with AI because if you're not specific enough, the AI will fill in gaps with its own interpretations, often not what you intended. If you don't explicitly describe an element, it simply won't appear in your final video. AI requires concrete visual descriptions to generate compelling imagery. Your script is essentially a detailed blueprint for what will appear on screen. Unlike traditional filmmaking where directors, cinematographers, and actors interpret a script, with AI video creation, you are the entire production team. This means your script needs to specify visual environments, lighting conditions, character appearances, props and objects, camera angles and movements, mood and atmosphere, sound design elements. Basically, you will have to plan all the details you see and hear in your short film. Let's examine the script structure we'll use throughout this course. Scene 1, title, exterior or interior, location, time of day, runtime 0 to 15 seconds, visual description, detailed description of the environment, characters, and actions. Be as specific as possible about what we see and what is happening. Shot description, camera angle, movement, and framing instructions. Audio elements, music, style and mood description, SFX, any sound effects, voiceover/dialogue, any narration or dialogue. Let's look at a concrete example. Scene 2, the discovery, interior, abandoned neon hall, night, runtime 0:15, 0:30. Visual description, a solitary robot janitor, sleek white design, sweeps dust in a vast decaying hall. Broken neon signs flicker erratically, casting unpredictable patterns of blue and red light across the space. Through a shattered skylight, moonlight streams down, illuminating dust particles floating like stars. The robot pauses as its lens focuses on a small green plant sprouting from a crack in the concrete floor, the only living thing in this desolate environment. Shot description. Begin with a wide shot of the entire hall, establishing scale. Track slowly toward the robot, then switch to a low angle as it discovers the plant. End with a close-up on the plant with the robot's mechanical hand gently touching a leaf. Audio elements, music, ambient, electronic, gradually incorporating softer, hopeful tones. SFX, mechanical whirring, distant dripping water, neon buzzing, VO. In a world where nature had become myth, even the machines remembered what green meant. Notice how detailed and specific this script is. Rather than simply saying a robot finds a plant, we've painted a complete visual picture that AI tools can effectively render. Here are some major tips for writing your AI script. Focus on a single element or symbol. Consider using narration. Avoid complex action sequences. Be specific about visual environment. Keep it concise. Include camera directions. Plan audio elements. Now let's look at how you might develop your concept into a full script. Break down your concept into distinct visual moments. Allocate time for each scene, keeping the total to 1 minute. Detail each scene using our script format. Review for visual clarity and specificity. If you'd like help developing your script, you can use a GPT I've developed to help you craft your script following the principles we've applied in this lesson. For example, if I choose this option, it will ask me, do I already have a concept that I want to use? And yes, I have a concept that I generated last time. It is about the Forbidden City, and in the heart of a dense jungle, explorers uncover majestic Mayan ruins, only to realize the city was hidden to contain an ancient curse. It started creating me a canvas with a screenplay based on my concept, and it's breaking down the act and generating me the full script. So as you can see, we have the scenes, we have timing, and we have a description of what is happening, as well as shot, lightning, and audio. A wall of tangled vines and mist, bright green foliage shivers as machetes slide through a flash of weathered stone peeks through. Next scene timing, and the explorers step into a clearing before them, towering mine structures draped in vines, grand yet ominous. We have also production notes. Character dialogues in minimal to none. Rely on body language and expressions. Use mist vines, and fog heavily to soften A rendering inconsistencies. This GPT already knows what AI is capable of and where it can be used to help you out. You can maybe introduce another twist. Let's change this section to explorers seeing themselves going out from that shadow mist. Shadows twist outward, stretching toward the explorers. They stumble back, terror etched on their faces. But as the darkness condenses, the shapes become recognizable. It's twisted, shadowy versions of themselves stepping forward from the void. Wow. Okay. So as you can see, you can easily edit some sections, you can edit the whole script, you can update as you want, and of course have a lot of fun while doing it. Treat AI-generated scripts as drafts that need your creative input. Review them carefully, add your own specificity and vision, and make sure they align with what's achievable using today's AI video tools. In our next lesson, we'll take this script and break it down into specific scenes and shots, preparing it for AI generation. And this is the end of current lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Now that you have your script, it's time to transform it into manageable visual chunks, or what filmmakers call scenes and shots. This critical step bridges the gap between your written words and the visual sequence we'll create. In traditional filmmaking, a scene is typically defined as action occurring in one location at one specific time. With a clear purpose or beat in the story, a shot is a single, continuous view from one camera angle. A scene is like a chapter in a book, while a shot is a paragraph within that chapter. A scene can be made up of multiple shots, each capturing a different aspect or perspective of the scene. For AI video creation, planning your shots is crucial because each shot often becomes a separate AI generation prompt. Here are the fundamental shot types for you to know. Extreme wide shot, a camera shot that shows the scene setting as a whole. It's the widest possible shot, often showing the subject as very small in relation to their surrounding. Wide shot captures the entire subject and a significant portion of their surroundings, providing context and establishing the scene's location. Medium shot captures a subject from the waist up, providing a balanced view between the character and their surroundings. Medium close-up shot frames a subject from just above the head to just below the chest. Close-up shot, a subject or object at close range intended to show greater detail to the viewer. Extreme close-up frames a subject very closely, often so much so that the outer portions of the subject are cut off by the edges of the screen. Over the shoulder, camera is positioned slightly behind and above one character, allowing the audience to see what the character sees and also include the back of their head or shoulder in the frame. POV, point of view, shows the audience what a character sees, making them feel as if they are experiencing the scene from the character's perspective. There are many more types of shots as well as camera movements. You can find a detailed summary in the materials below the video. While all image generators can generate all type of camera shots and angles, not all AI video generators can recreate every camera movement, especially extreme ones like FPV drone shots or bolt cam. Each tool has different strengths and weaknesses, and the industry changes too fast to rank them. However, with current AI generators, you can create almost any type of shot. You will just have to find the best tool for that. Now let's create our shot list. We will create a table to fill out step by step with shot number, scene 1, shot 1, scene 1, shot 2, etc. Script line, shot type, wide, medium, close-up, etc. Description, what we see, duration, approximate seconds, camera movement, static, pan, zoom, etc. Lighting, key elements, must-have visual components. Now go through your script, visualize each change of camera angle, and fill out the table for your shot list. And as you might have guessed it, you can upload your script to our specially trained GPT and it will make a shot breakdown for you following industry's best guidelines and our course materials. I do not recommend relying solely on the output from any GPT or AI automation. Most likely it will be generic and will miss important elements. It doesn't have the artistic vision you have. Use it as a source of inspiration, not instruction. In our next module, we'll dive into AI production, turning all this planning into actual voice, music, images, and video using cutting-edge AI tools. This is the end of this lesson, and I see you in the next one.
Have I told you that I have a huge hole in my sweater? Look, it's right here. Have you seen it?